Have you ever seen those goats that climb up the side of a mountain? That is an amazing display of agility, determination, power, and stability. The ability to scale the steepest and most rugged terrain shows a strength of will to keep on going until you reach the summit. In ancient times, Capricorn was seen as a mythological creature, half goat, half fish. And this speaks about the heights and depths of the Capricorn explorations. So if there is something that you would like to achieve, the Sun in Capricorn is your guide. This is the sign of manifestation and determination in the physical realm. My name is April. I would like to welcome you to Zodiac Sophia. I invite you to contemplate the solar transit with me. While I do appreciate all aspects of astrology, here I like to place emphasis on the sun because it is connected to our heart. It is our divine essence, our Christ self, the I am self, and it is the center of our being. In medical and in esoteric astrology, the main 7 planets are connected to the organs, the sun with the heart. And the constellations represent our body from tip to toe, as above, so below. So as the sun is traveling through the constellations, it shines a light on different areas in our lives that we can work with. So it's like getting a cosmic support system for our evolution. And the archetype of Capricorn is the architect of form. It is the master builder who creates foundations, borders, and boundaries, and it gives us stability, definition, and protection. On a physical level, those boundaries and borders and protection, that's our bones. This gives us structure. And our skin, this is our protection. It protects our internal system. So these are the things that we can start to contemplate and to work with. Well, how can we improve these areas in our lives? And Saturn is the ruler of this constellation. Saturn represents time, tradition, authority, responsibility, courage, and above all, structure. However, we can also experience with Saturn limitations and delays. So you can start to ask yourself, what would you like to build in your life? Do you feel grounded in reality? Do you experience any limitations? Perhaps you've taken on too much and you are feeling depleted. Well, we are currently blessed with the solar rays of Capricorn to help us to build those strong foundations, to give us support in our lives. But in order to do that, we have to slow down and go within. As hectic as the world seems, it would behoove everyone to do this, to take the time. Take back your time. Take back your energy. Just go within and listen to the wisdom of your body and see what it wants to share with you. And you can begin to contemplate these energies. For starters, all the things that I am about to share with you. And I will also share with you about aromatherapy and herbs and flower essences, in particular for Capricorn. They're for inspiration, intention setting, and healing, our healing work. And we do it with the power of the plants, the sun, and the wisdom of our body. We're bringing them all together. This is the alchemy. This is the great work. So here are some traits and characteristics that are related to how we think, feel, and will from a Capricornian perspective. Healthy thinking in Capricorn would be practical, clear, sensible, down-to-earth wisdom. Difficulties can include negativity, extreme seriousness, all work and no play, rigidity, and clinging to the past. Capricorn struggles most with limitation and crystallized thought patterns. In the feeling realm, the great aspects of this would be loyal and reliable, devoted and dedicated, yet cautious and slow, doesn't like to rush into things. On the flip side of that, however, in the feeling realm, you may feel emotional constraint and reluctant to share your feelings. Also, you can be distrusting, closed off, withdrawn, and depressed or feel heavy and stuck. Something could be holding you back. This is a Saturnian energy. There's something is going on that we need to tap into. In the willing realm, Capricorn can instill good things such as responsibility, accountability, and a follow through with your plans. But it can also be, on the flip side of that, they can be very hard on themselves and even a workaholic. So just take a look at these three aspects of thinking, feeling, and willing with the Capricornian energies that I've just explained, and start to contemplate what you relate to and what you would like to see shift in your life. Because it is through the inner work that we begin to heal and become more whole. And the sun is here to give us the opportunity to access these energies within. It is shining a light upon them. And Capricorn is the sign where spirit fully enters matter. So we can take this time now. Capricorn is teaching us that manifestation requires dedication and patience. So if you relate to any of these traits, energies that I am speaking of for Capricorn and Saturn, I recommend working on them with nature. In addition to honoring the sun at sunrise and sunset, I highly recommend working with the plants, plant allies, and you can work with things such as flower essences, essential oils, and herbal teas. So Saturn is cold and dry by nature, so we want to bring warmth and moisture by balancing the earth with water. One tea that I can highly recommend for you during this time is horsetail tea, because it is rich in silica and it gives strength to our bones and to our structure. Saturn plants are hardy, slow growing, and deeply rooted. We are blessed with the tall ancient trees, and these have the concentric circles within. They are the keepers of time, which is an aspect of Saturn. Some trees for Saturn and Capricorn is pine, cypress, juniper, cedarwood, and birch. All possess analgesic and anti-inflammatory properties for the bones, and the benefits for the mind, body, and emotions are enormous. Vetiver is also a great signature oil for Capricorn. It actually isn't a tree, it is a grass. And I know they plant it in areas where there is erosion in the soil. The oils are extracted from the roots, and it's a dark, earthy oil, and it helps you to anchor into your body to be more in the present moment. It is also known as the oil of tranquility, and emotionally it can help you connect to your purpose just by going within. So also the vetiver, before I move on, is that it is also good for the joints and the skin. So these oils are just amazing. They help you on many levels. And the plant extracts that I've mentioned are excellent for the Capricorn season, or any Capricornian energies you would like to work with. Always dilute essential oils. Do not apply them directly to the skin. 1 drop of essential oil is equivalent to about 60 cups of tea. They are a powerhouse of goodness, but highly concentrated, so always dilute them. I recommend working with a 3% dilution for topical application. So for meditational purposes, though, you could just inhale them or put them on the pulse points, like on your wrists, if you feel drawn to do so, and you just can sniff them throughout the day when you're feeling overwhelmed. So as an aromatherapist, I also highly recommend that you purchase oils that are full spectrum, because this means that they used low heat in the distillation process. All of the components remain present when they do this. It's a full spectrum oil. A lot of the oils on the open market have been adulterated, rectified, redistilled. Many of the oils, they get reheated at high temperatures because it produces a larger quantity. However, when they do that, you're losing some subtle components, which is why a lot of people think that aromatherapy doesn't work. Well, if they redistill them and they lose their subtle essences and it's not a full spectrum, they probably will not work. So, there you have it. Full spectrum is above and beyond because you get the full range of all the healing components. There's delicate things that need to stay in there because they work synergistically. Not to mention you get a superior fragrance in working with full spectrum. So now moving on, flower essences. They work as tuning forks. They're working on a vibrational level, astral and etheric. If you want to dive deep into the emotional healing and the soul development, then I highly recommend flower essences. They are different. They are sun infused in water, and then they are diluted and potentized and preserved with brandy. So you just need like 2 to 4 drops under the tongue up to 4 times a day over a course of about a month, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer. It just depends on what energies you are working with and how long you've been working with them. So particularly for feeling depressed, being too hard on yourself, or overwhelmed with responsibilities, I would start off getting to know 1 to 3 flower essences, but never more than the 5. So for Capricorn, I would recommend some of the following to just take a look into. Elm, it helps to support you when you feel overwhelmed with responsibilities and daily duties. Pine, if you are being too hard on yourself. And Zinnia, to help tap into more playful energies. Baby blue eyes, for cynicism or feeling despair about the world. And I highly recommend the FES flower essences. They are of superior quality. So in closing, I would like to say that aromatherapy with intention acts as a bridge between mind and matter, and it brings healing on all levels. And the flower essences, these help you work on the subtle bodies of the etheric and the astral. And the herbal teas, of course, this is bringing, when you're drinking these warm herbal teas, it's bringing warmth and goodness into your bodies. There's micronutrients in there that may be missing from your diet. A lot of minerals in the teas, in the herbal teas. So, in closing, I would like to share a few more things with you. Pick 1 or few of these Capricornian plant allies. The plants and the sun, just work with them with reverence and gratitude, and they will begin to help you. They add an extra dimension to your inner life and support you on your healing journey, on your soul evolution. And as with all plant therapies, more isn't necessarily better. Even if it's a flower essence and it's just flower petals in water, and you think you can take more than you need, it's just not so. You just need a little bit. Most of our health issues that we have, mental issues, emotional issues, they didn't happen overnight. It takes time to heal them. And patience is the great teacher of Capricorn. So to begin working with these solar energies of Capricorn, create a mini healing routine for yourself each day. Just pick an essential oil, a flower essence, and a tea, and invite the power of the plants into your life. When you engage with these energies of the plant world and mingle it with your sun meditations and prayer and in your intentions, you will be supported by the plants and their innate healing powers. And of course, you have the power of the sun to guide you. So peace be with you, everyone, and God bless. Bye-bye.